What's up, juicing world? This is Nomadic Juicer. Today I want to talk to you guys about the physical benefits that I have experienced on my juice fast journey. Today is, I believe, day 136, 135. I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of hard to keep track of nowadays. But I will address why I have extended my juice fast in the spiritual side of this 4-part series. So I want to address physical benefits, emotional benefits, mental benefits, and spiritual benefits. So stay tuned. Those will come out shortly. But with that, let's jump in. All right, so I started this juicing journey. With me, my main thing was I was just overweight. So, my benefits are going to be different from every individual's benefits because everybody's coming into their juicing journey or their juice fast with their own ailments, with their own issues, with their own levels of toxicity. So I just want to share with you my benefits. So the first one is the weight reduction. That kind of goes without saying. I believe most juice fasters experience the weight reduction. You're mainly running a calorie deficient when you're juice fasting. You're still getting all your nutrients, you're still getting your vitamins, you're still getting your phytonutrients and minerals and amino acids and lipids and fatty acids, antioxidants, flavonoids, all that stuff still coming into your body when you're on a juice fast, but your digestive system is shut down. You're not processing some of those heavier foods, like your complex sugars, if you eat meat, your meats, just heavier vegetable matter, and X, Y, and Z. So first benefit was weight reduction. The second benefit that I've noticed from a physical standpoint is just my levels of energy. I've never had a problem with fatigue, but my levels of energies are just like sky high. I'm constantly just going. I just feel great. I feel like, I can continue to work, well into 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock without any issues. And that's been like one really thing that I really enjoyed about juicing. And one thing I've enjoyed about juicing since I started, back in 2017 was just the energy levels that I had because, like I said, you're nourishing your body and you're not having those adrenal fatigues. You're not, eating foods that bog you down, which kind of leads me into my next point is that when you do a juice fast, your digestive organs are literally shut down. And, that might sound a little crazy, but you got to think about it, however old you are. So in my case, I'm just turned 31. And let's say I haven't done a juice fast my entire life. Well, for 31 years, my digestive organs have just been constantly grinding, constantly breaking down foods, constantly at work. Don't you think you should give those organs a break at some point? It's like, would you drive your car for 10 years straight and never get an oil change? Or would you drive your car for 15 years straight and never get the brakes checked or never get the tires rotated? So you gotta think of your human body as a mechanical entity that needs to be reset. It needs to be constantly looked at. It needs to, sometimes just give a physical break. And, one interesting fact is that, your body expands almost 65 to 80% of your energy trying to break down food after a heavy meal. So I'm sure everybody that's listening to me right now has experienced, eating a Thanksgiving dinner, and immediately after you eat that, you feel extremely tired. You get the tryptophan hit, and you just want to go to sleep, and you feel sluggish, and you can't think straight, and it's a sign, something you should look at. It's like your body's trying to expend so much energy, trying to digest and metabolize the food that you put into it, and it can only do so much, because just the way of the modern diet, it's just an onslaught of food. So I know I'm getting to a tangent, but that's been one key benefit is you're just giving your digestive organs a rest. Next thing is that because of that, you kind of get this sense of physical lightness. You feel like a lot of buoyancy. You feel, like just a sense of like airiness to you. I'm not even sure if that's a word, but I just feel like I'm just kind of here floating. I'm saying, almost like a light being. And so with that, also my skin has, it's been clear. I've never had issues with acne. I've never had issues with, eczema or psoriasis. So, my skin's just glowing, which has been another benefit. Also, I can see that, my hair is becoming a lot more thicker. My fingernails are going a lot stronger. Also, another benefit is just the ability for the body to detox. If we think about and we look at, just the modern diets, and even if you are vegan or plant-based, at the end of the day, we're still ingesting toxins into our body. Nobody's eating a pristine, 100% clean diet. We're all not living in the middle of the forest and eating off the fruit trees and drinking water from the spring wells. So we all accumulate toxins over time. I mean, just stepping outside, breathing the air, breathing toxins to our lungs. So with doing a juice fast, you allow your body to give it the chance to get rid of those toxins, to get rid of those the mucus, and then, I'm always constantly preaching it, but to get rid of those parasites. A lot of people, I made a video about this, and you can check that out. Is that, when you do a juice fast, you have those cravings. Well, those cravings are coming from the parasites, and those parasites run rampant. I'm talking about, they literally run the show, and it's like, that's just a part of nature. It's bacterium. That's their job. But if you have an environment where they thrive and you're constantly giving them food that, allows them just to keep multiplying and replicating, and, everybody's fat, happy, and greedy inside your body, well, they can run wild. So doing a juice fast allows you to reset your body, and get rid of the toxins, the mucus, and the parasites. So on top of that, you're doing a lot of intracellular cleansing. And that kind of goes back to my last point, which is getting rid of those toxins. And at the same point, you're doing a lot of intracellular nourishment. And what do I mean by that is that, you're giving your body exactly what it needs. You're giving your body the vitamin A, the vitamin C, the vitamin K, the potassium, the sodium, the magnesium, the copper, the iron. A lot of people, a lot of people deal with fatigue. Well, your iron levels are low. You have anemia, You're giving your body those flavonoids, those rich, deep colors, the grapes, the watermelons, the oranges. Those all have certain, flavonoids and properties to them that are so beneficial for the human body. So that when you're doing a juice fast, your body is that's why your body responds the way it does, because your body is getting the nutrients that it needs. It's like, okay, the humans got out of the way for a minute, and I'm just providing you, the elements, the nutrition that the body really needs to operate at a very high and a very efficient level. And it kind of makes you think, like, do I really need food? That's been a question that's been on my mind lately. That's a whole nother topic, but I'm not going to address that right now. Another benefit that I've had, because my entire life I've struggled with gastrointestinal issues. And since I've started juicing since 2017, those issues have pretty much been eliminated. So, that's been a benefit doing this juice fast. Also the inflammation. I'm sure a lot of you guys understand, you eat something and then you wake up and like your hands are swollen, your face is puffy, your eyes are puffy, your feet are puffy, you can just feel like this stiffness that comes from inflammation. And when you're doing the juice fast, the body, that inflammation gets removed, because inflammation is literally just an immune response to the wrong foods. You have these mucosa cells in your body that basically get turned on when the wrong food comes into the body, because the body has to protect itself. The body cannot be in this acidic state, that I would say, I hate to say it, but I would say like maybe 75% of individuals are constantly in that state. And the body's doing all it can, trying to fight that acidosis and to fight those toxins that are in the body. And one way it does that is through inflammation. So when you're doing the juice fast, the inflammation goes down significantly, and you just feel a lot more, the buoyancy, the lightness, you don't feel stiff, you don't feel your bones are cracking, all that stuff kind of gets eliminated. So for me, another thing I have is scoliosis, and that's one thing where I've really been kind of hitting this juice fast hard, is that I really want to try to heal this and listen to my mentor, Dr. Morris. He said he's healed a lot of scoliosis case in his time. And if you understand the calcium buffering system, it kind of goes back to the inflammation. That's another system in the body that tries to protect you as the human from the onslaught of acids. So with that's another really key thing that I've noticed during my juice fast, is that my pain in my back has just gone down tremendously. No, has my scoliosis been fully corrected? No, that's going to take time. But at the same time, the pain that comes with scoliosis has been reduced dramatically. Another feature is that I've just gotten a lot deeper sleep. When I go to bed, it's like a solid 4 to 5, 6 hours of just like deep sleep. And, what I've noticed too, I don't need a lot of sleep to feel the energy levels that I do. And lastly, obviously cannabis is a big thing, especially in America right now. And, you know, I did that in my time. I'm not going to lie, sit here and try to BS you guys. And in my 20s, I did that. But, you know, over the course of the last, I'd probably say year, 18 months, I really haven't done that, you know. And it starts to make you really think, like, is that just an addiction? Is that the body trying to escape something? I don't know, but I think that kind of leads more into the emotional side of the benefits that I've felt from the juice fast. And so with that, you know, I kind of want to just wrap this up and say that, you know, these have been the physical benefits that I've experienced during my juice fast. Like I said at the beginning of the video, everybody's different. Everybody's coming into their journey and their health journey with different ailments. You know, we're all at different stages of our life from a physical standpoint. So the one thing I could just say is, you know, just give it a shot. I mean, I think if you, like I said, if you look at it from like the car perspective, you got to give the body a break at some point. You can't just drive your car, you know, for 10 years straight and never give any maintenance to it. And I think you should look at your body the same way. Your body needs maintenance. So with that, like I said, if you ever need help, just reach out to me. You guys know I'm super accessible. And if I don't get back to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm getting like more and more busy, but just reach out to me. We can talk. I've got a book coming soon. So with that, we'll talk to you guys later, and stay tuned for the emotional benefits of a juice fast. So much love, and I'll see you guys later.